Run, Saquon, run. Saquon Barkley had a career night against the Los Angeles Rams. Another primetime loss by the Rams, and the Rams find themselves in a predicament they was in last year. Can they turn it around with a handful of games left? We hope so. Because now we go from Saquon Barkley to Alvin Kamara. This is Ramily Talk from the Playmakers Ball Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Maybe you from the 1970s, when the Los Angeles Rams was known as the Prison Foursome because of that defensive line. Or maybe you in the city of St. Louis, the gateway to the Midwest, where the greatest show on turf brought home the first ever Super Bowl championship. Or maybe you in the here and now, with the Rams back in LA, winners of Super Bowl 56. You can rock Eric Dickerson. You can rock Marshall Faulk, Isaiah Bruce, and Kurt Warner. Or maybe you rocking Cooper Cup, Aaron Donald, and Matthew Stafford. It doesn't matter, but when it comes to this, it's all about the Los Angeles Rams. Horns up, Rams South. Time to talk Rams football.
Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Ram Nation? How y'all doing, Ramily? Yes, it's a Tuesday. It is November 26th, 2024. And those of you who watched last week's episode told you I'll probably be doing it Tuesday or Wednesday of this week because Thanksgiving's on a Thursday and we ain't gonna do no show on Thanksgiving. With that being said, happy Thanksgiving to all my Ramily out there. Hope y'all are ready for Thanksgiving. So beautiful holiday to celebrate, to be with friends, be with family, to have great food and watch some football. So happy Thanksgiving right here from the Playmaker on Ramily Talk. Hope y'all doing. If you're watching the video live on our YouTube channel, the Playmaker Sports Network YouTube channel, thank you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so that you can be up to date with everything we do when it comes to Ramily Talk. Also, if you listen to Ramily Talk on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and anywhere else you listen to your podcast is at, hit the follow button for Ramily Talk. So every time we post new episodes or new content for Ramily Talk, you can listen to it right then and right there. All right. Thank y'all for joining me on this Thanksgiving week. Yeah, we're gonna talk about good old Saquon Barkley having a career night on us. That was not fun to watch. Definitely not fun to watch. And then we got to go from Saquon Barkley at home to Alvin Kamara down in New Orleans, who is pretty much a similar running back to Saquon Barkley. Let me see how that goes. And by the way, they're coming off a bye week, which is also fun, by the way. But I do have a news to give you. Not a very good news here, but it was news on the Los Angeles Rams nonetheless. So I'm going to read what's there. So let's go into it. Demarcus Robinson arrested on suspicious DUI driving 100 plus miles per hour. Yes, this was reported today on Bleacher Report. By the way, I got this from Bleacher Report. I don't know everything, but I'm going to read what Bleacher Report has on their app. Okay. Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Demarcus Robinson was arrested Monday morning on suspicions of driving under the influence soon after the team's 37-20 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Per a news release from the California Highway Patrol, per ESPN's Cheryl Barshop, Robinson was arrested at approximately 5:13 a.m. local time on Monday morning after he was observed driving more than 100 miles per hour on a highway. Officers observed objective signs and symptoms of alcohol impairment from Robinson, leading to his arrest. He was released to a responsible party after receiving a citation. There's more I could read, but I'm just going to stop right there. Was Sunday night a tough night? Yes, it was, which I'm going to recap in a bit. But Demarcus Robinson, you are in your seventh year in the league, if I remember correctly. No, you're in your ninth league, your ninth season in the league, your ninth season. You know better. You know better. I'm not going to harp too hard on you because if I remember correctly, I think this is the only time you have any problems off the field. You got drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. You played for the Baltimore Ravens. You tried out for the Saints, which didn't happen. Then you joined the Rams. Never had no off the field issue from my recollection, so I'm not going to harp too hard on you. Let's go say you know better. You're one of the veterans of the team. What happened Sunday night should have not led to what you did Monday morning. So hopefully, this will get you back to being who you need to be. Because this is not typical of you. This, like I said, to my recollection, this is your first offense. So you got to be better, DeMarcus. Come on. Driving over 100 miles an hour on a highway in California at all places. Come on, man. Come on. Got to be better. Got to be better, all right? Just going to put that out there. Got to be better. Now, the aforementioned Sunday night football game with the Philadelphia Eagles did not go the way that we wanted, especially in the second half. 37-20 Eagles win. They go to 9-2. We drop to 5-6. We go right back on the 500. That second half was abysmal. 24-13. After the Eagles had a 6-point lead going into half, we got destroyed. Don't worry about it. You see the statistics here. Jalen Hurts, 15 for 22, 179, one touchdown. I'm gonna get to Saquon Barkley's numbers a little later because he gets a special slide for this one. AJ Brown says catch 109 yards and the alone touchdown that Jalen Hurts pat through. Matthew Stafford, 24 for 36, 243, 2 touchdowns. Kerryon Williams, 16 carries, 72 yards and a touchdown. Puka Nacua, 9 catches, 117 yards. Now, first thing I need to address is Kerryon Williams, can you hold on to the damn football? Why do I say that? Well, let's go to the team statistics, shall we? Let's go to the team statistics. As you can see here, Eagles 481 total yards to the Rams 290. No turnovers by the Eagles, one turnover by the Rams. With that one turnover, let's carry on wins on the first damn drive. Move the ball smoothly down the field, got in the red zone, and carry on wins from the damn football again. That is your eighth fumble, if I remember correctly, in the last 3 games. 3 games. Hold on to the damn football. That was a prime opportunity to jump on the Eagles, 7-0. Instead, they jumped out on us 3-0 because they got to go down and kick a field goal. Now, we did respond and score a touchdown on our second possession, and we gave the ball back to carry on Wills, who put it in the end zone. But, man, hold on to the damn football. Hold on to the damn. Red zone turnover is killing the Rams. In the 6 losses that the Rams have, how many of them was because we had turnovers in the red zone? We talk about turnover rules, like we can't score touchdowns in the red zone. Well, one of the reasons we turned the damn ball over, either Matthew Stafford was picking the end zone, or Karen Williams is fumbling the football in the red zone. He did it against Miami on Monday night when we was in prime position to take control of that game. Christian Roseman got us a pick, got us down to the 14. No, got us down to like the 14-yard line. And the very next play, carrying on Williams on the football, gave momentum right back to the Miami Dolphins. And they go down and turn into points. Same thing with the Eagles. It might have been a field goal, but they turn into points. Opportunities to put pressure on the opposing team because we're in the red zone and we have a chance to take the lead or apply more of a lead on the team, and we fumble and we turn the ball over in the red zone. Just turn it over in the red zone. That's the problem. As you can see here, the Eagles had the ball for more than 7 minutes, closing in on 8 minutes more than the Rams. But hey, doesn't matter because that one turnover proved mightily in this game. And then the other thing that proved mighty in this game was this guy right here, Saquon Barkley. 26 carries, 255 rushing yards, which is a career high for him and a franchise record for the Eagles. 9.8 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns. Oh, and by the way, those 2 touchdowns were 70 yards and 72 yards, both in the second half. One in the third quarter and the other one in the fourth quarter. The third quarter was the one that broke the game open, and the fourth quarter one was the one that says, get out your own stadium, Los Angeles. Get out your own stadium. This game's over. So the 70-yard one broke the game open, and the 72-yard one ended the game. That's what happens. He also had 4 catches for 47 yards, which is 11.8 yards per catch. That man had a total of 302 yards from scrimmage. Every time he touched the ball, you're looking at 10 yards 10 yards per touch. He's a bad man. I have no other way of putting it. He's a bad man. And he showed out on our asses in our own building with the bright lights on and ended and possibly could have ended the Rams season because thankfully enough, and this is crazy for me to say this, but I'm going to say thankfully enough, a team in Seattle decided to win the game at home for once. And they won the game at the right time. But man, Saquon Barkley. Career night against us. This is going to be a game we will not forget because that dude ran all over us. That man had 270-plus yard touchdown runs on us in prime time with the world watching. And hey, we lost to the Bill. We knew Philly was a better team, but damn. That snatched the Rams' souls right there. Hopefully they can bounce back when we go to New Orleans, which I'm going to get to in a minute. But with that loss, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot be in top spot of the NFC West. Now we sitting in third because, like I said, the Seahawks decided to win a home game. They beat the Arizona Cardinals, putting us in prime position to be at number one. And yet again, what do? We fell in prime time. San Francisco, they beaten up and battered, and not having Brock Purdy, they got their ass whooped at Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers. And that's your NFC West picture. After week 12, going into week 13. So I'm going to take my break right here. And then when I come back, we always say we're going to face another running back that is pretty shifty on his feet. Alvin Kamara and the New Orleans Saints.
The largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant. Weather. Devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States. Inspiration. A breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying. But this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wise El Jefe, Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Shop hats and official sports gear at Lids. Lids is the leader and number one destination for hats, gears, and everything that moves you, making it the perfect shop for fans to find official sports hats, merchandise, and gear. Represent your team, your town, and your style with a snapback adjustable fitted hat or beanie from thousands of college and pro teams. Browse the very latest sports jerseys and t-shirts from the best teams out there. Lids has officially licensed professional and college sport team apparel and hats featuring the hottest brands and trends. Shop online or visit one of the 100 stores across the country. Locker Rooms by Lids.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. And that's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ramily Talk here on this Thanksgiving week, Tuesday, November 26, 2024. All right, we have recapped the Eagles game, and shout out to Eagles Elite Podcast. Congratulations on your win. They'll be doing their show tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on the Eagles Elite YouTube channel, so y'all look out for that. Also, congratulations to my brother Eric Wilson, who was also an Eagles fan. Congratulations on the big win. Shout out to the Eagles. Y'all did your thing. We did not. And we are in this position. And in this position, and I don't only mean the division, but it looks like our only way to get to the playoffs. I mean, look us in the NFC picture right now. Lions 10-1, the Eagles second with 9-2. Then you have the Seahawks sitting in the third spot at 6-5, above the Atlanta Falcons. The wild card spot is Minnesota 9-2, Green Bay 8-3, the Commanders 7-5, who took an despicable loss to the Cowboys, by the way. And then on the outside looking in, the Arizona Cardinals 6-5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5-6, the Los Angeles Rams sitting at number 10, 5-6, 49ers 5-6, and then the New Orleans Saints 4-7. Which brings me to the New Orleans Saints. Well, we're going down to the Big Easy, ladies and gentlemen. You got to take on the New Orleans Saints, who are coming off their bye week, by the way. I don't know how I feel about that. And a must game. This might actually be an elimination game, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This actually could be an elimination game from the wild card standpoint, because if you look at it again, you have Minnesota is 9-2. That is significant margin up there. You have the Green Bay Packers that are 8-3. By the way, with the Vikings being 4 games above us, that's problematic because we actually beat the Vikings. So we need the Vikings to lose and us to go up to have a chance for a wild card spot. Secondly, the Green Bay Packers, technically they are 3 games above us, but technically in the standings they are 3 games above us. But for my mindset, there are 4 games above because they have to head win. So 3 games is not going to cut it with the Green Bay Packers. We need 4 to be above the Green Bay Packers. And then there's the Washington Commanders, who we have not played. So if a tiebreak comes between the Washington Commanders, they have to do some other things for tiebreaks. But if we do what we supposed to do and get on a run here, which could be up and down, by the way, and we have a tie with the Commanders for the 7th spot, we probably can get in the wild card that way. But for the most part, it's the division we're going to have to do because we are only a game behind the Cardinals and the Seahawks. We beat the Seahawks and the Cardinals beat us. We still have a meeting with both teams left. Matter of fact, we still have a meeting with all 3 teams left. That'll be beginning week 15 on Thursday night when we go to San Francisco. Then we finish the season against Arizona and then Seattle, both in SoFi Stadium. So that's 3 of our next, where we at, 6 games right there. We have the Saints coming up, the Bills at home, and we go to MetLife to play the Woeful Jets, led by Aaron Rodgers. So here's the question before I preview the Saints game. Can the Rams go 5-1 the rest of the way? If they go 5-1, that puts them at 10-6. And that could be enough to get you back in the playoffs. Could be good enough to get you the division title too. 10-6, because as you can see here, we are favorite going to New Orleans. We are 3-point favorite to ESPN bets. I do think we are also 3-point favorites according to Vegas as well. And then you go check that real quick for you. We're favorites going to New Orleans. The ones coming off on a bye week. A much needed bye week for them because they've been beaten up. They literally been beaten up. David Carr missed some games. They don't have Chris Olave. We don't know if he's going to be out for the rest of the season or not with that concussion. Rashard Jennings has been, we're seeing Shaheed has been hurt for them. They've been beaten up. Okay. ESPN got this on CBS. They says the Rams are 3-point favorites on the road. It started at 1.5. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Let me look at the Saints injury history. They have their offensive guard on injury reserve. Chris Olave, he's suspected back week 15, so he won't be back this weekend. Obviously, yeah, Yeah, they are beaten up. They are really beaten up, but they're still fighting. They 4-7. They're on their game behind us. A win against us, they put themselves in a position to get a wild card spot and making us even look even more terrible than we look now. So we have to go on the road. We have to pick ourselves up. We got to go on the road, win this game. Now, we scored 21 points a game. Thanks to their hard start in the early season when they were scoring 40 points a game in the first 3 weeks by the New Orleans Saints. And now they are scoring close to 24 points a game. The defense is giving up 25 points a game. The Saints defense is giving up around about 24 points a game. So this could be a close contested game back and forth. Passing offense goes to the Rams. We are 20 yards better in passing than the Saints. Rushing yards definitely going to the Saints. They have Alvin Kamara. We have Kerryon Williams, so we'll see how that goes. And Alvin Kamara is somewhat similar to Saquon Barkley. So Chris Schuler, hopefully you can make your adjustment because Alvin Kamara is just as shifty than is Saquon, okay? He might not be as fast as Saquon, but he is very shifty, okay? And he can break it too. So, Chris Schuler, I hope you learned your lesson on Sunday night. So when you go to New Orleans for Sunday afternoon, which is a 4 or 5 game, if I remember correctly. So we're talking late afternoon, yes, 4 or 5. Hopefully you can contain Alvin Kamara because he is there. He's their go-to guy. He is. So let's see what we can do. See if Chris Schuler and that young defense can make some things happen. We couldn't get Jalen Hurts to turn the ball over, and I give Jalen Hurts credit. That is the most patient game Jalen Hurts has ever played. He didn't force nothing. He didn't try to do anything, nothing. He let his playmakers make plays, and he made plays when he needed to make plays. Perfect game for Jalen Hurts. For us, can we make Derek Carr make some mistakes because with Derek Carr? As you can see, the season numbers there. Matthew Stafford is at 2,800 passing yards, 15 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. That is 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, which is good. Derek Carr on the other side, he's closing in on 1,800 passing yards. He's 13 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. That is 3-to-1 interception to turnover ratio, which is very good for Derek Carr, even though he missed some games. Kerryon Williams, he's less than 200 yards away from breaking 1,000 yards. He has 9 touchdowns. If you just hold on to the football, we'll be good. Alvin Kamara closing on 800 yards rushing with 6 touchdowns. He is also their leading receiver with 55 catches, over 400 yards receiving and a touchdown. Alvin Kamara is their go-to, by the way. Make sure that goddamn Marquez Valdez-Scantling doesn't get behind the defense. Because ever since he got in New Orleans, he has about 3 to 4 touchdowns over like 50 yards or more because he was getting behind the defense. Make sure that guy doesn't get behind the defense. They got Cooper Kupp. They got put in the core healthy. The Saints defense has not really been the Saints defense of lately. They used to be a stingy bunch. They have not been so stingy this year. So there's rooms to make things happen here. But I'm not going to take this down. Alvin Kamara is the key to this game. Saquon Barkley showed you what Alvin Kamara can do. Because they pretty much are similar backs. They are strong at the point. They can make you miss, and they can break it over if they need to. So, make our adjustments from Sunday, bring it into the New Orleans Saints. We need a win. We have the Saints, the Bills, the 49ers, the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks. We can go 5-1. We are in the playoffs. I'm telling you this right here, right now, before Thanksgiving. The Rams go 5-1, and the only loss being the Buffalo Bills. You cannot lose to the Jets. You cannot lose to the Jets. The only team you can lose to is the Buffalo Bills. If you lose to the Saints, if you lose to the Jets, if you lose to the Cardinals, if you lose to the 49ers, if you lose to the Seahawks, the Rams season is over. This is it. This is all that's being said. This is all that need to be said. Go down to New Orleans, Sean McVay, Chris Schuler, handle business, get back home and get ready for a very tough Buffalo Bills team led by an MVP candidate, Josh Allen. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy it. I'll see y'all next week. For tuning into Ramily Talk. Ramily Talk is sponsored by Fanatics, Liz, and Paramount Plus. Get your favorite sports appeal with Fanatics or Legs, and get great streaming service with Paramount Plus. If you want to donate to the program, you can donate to us via Cash App, $D Playmakers. That is again, $D Playmakers. And remember, you can follow and subscribe to Ramily Talk on all podcast directories, including Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. And those of you who are on Apple, leave us a great review, leave comments on how you feel about Ramily Talk and the episode that you listen to. Tune in again next time for more Ramily Talk, hosted by the Playmakers.